In 2025, Apple isn't just tweaking its entertainment box. It's potentially redefining what the Apple TV actually is. The rumors are getting louder, and insiders close to Apple's supply chain are hinting that this is the year we'll see a brand new Apple TV that's not only more powerful, but also smarter, better connected, and maybe, for the first time, more affordable. Yes, you heard that right. Apple might finally be breaking its tradition of premium-only pricing when it comes to its set-top streaming device, and that's not all if the whispers are true. This launch could be paired with the new HomePod model, making 2025 the biggest year for Apple's home ecosystem since the original HomePod Mini. Imagine a living room setup where your Apple TV, HomePod, and iPhone all talk to each other instantly over Wi-Fi 7, streaming 8K video while you're smart. Lights sync to whatever you're watching, and your Siri commands respond faster than ever. This isn't just another yearly refresh. It could be a turning point in Apple's strategy for the connected home. Why the Apple TV matters in 2025 for years. The Apple TV has been one of those products that fly under the radar for the average Apple customer. It's not as glamorous as the iPhone, not as personal as the Apple Watch, and not as futuristic as the Vision Pro headset. But if you zoom out and look at Apple's long-term ecosystem, the Apple TV is the unsung hero. It's the bridge between your personal devices and your home environment. It's the hub that quietly integrates Apple TV Plus, Apple Music, Apple Arcade, Fitness Plus, and HomeKit accessories into one smooth, Apple-quality interface. In a world where streaming sticks and smart TVs are everywhere, Apple's challenge has always been, how do you justify a premium box when Amazon, Google, and Roku sell theirs for a fraction of the cost? In 2025, it seems Apple is ready to answer that question head-on. Not just with upgraded hardware, but with the rethinking of the Apple TV's role in the home. A quick look back. The Apple TV's journey started back in 2007 as what Steve Jobs famously called a hobby. That first-gen box was limited in storage and functionality, but hinted at the future of digital media. Fast forward to 2012, and Apple began iterating with smaller, more compact designs. The 4K era started in 2017, followed by the 2021 and 2022 models that brought the A12 and then the A15 Bionic chip into the mix. The current 2022 Apple TV 4K, released just 3 years ago, is already no slouch. It can stream HDR10 plus content. It has a slick Siri remote with USB-C charging, and it's fast enough to run console-level games through Apple Arcade. But here's the catch. Apple's upgrade cycle for the Apple TV is slow. Typically, we see a refresh every 3 years or so, which means the 2025 model is arriving right on schedule. This is Apple's moment to push the Apple TV into new territory, both in hardware and price point. Rumored hardware upgrades. The most talked about upgrade for the 2025 Apple TV is the jump to Wi-Fi 7. This isn't just a speed bump. Wi-Fi 7 has the potential to dramatically reduce latency, handle multiple 4K or even 8K streams simultaneously, and maintain rock-solid stability even in busy home networks with dozens of smart devices. If you've ever had your streaming quality drop because someone else in the house started a video call, Wi-Fi 7 could be the fix you've been waiting for. Under the hood, Apple is expected to use a newer, faster processor, possibly a variant of the A17 Pro, or even a custom chip optimized for home and streaming tasks. But the real wild card here is the Apple-designed Bluetooth and Wi-Fi chip. This could be huge for the smart home experience. Imagine your Apple TV instantly detecting your HomePod, your AirPods, or even your Vision Pro headset the moment you walk into the room. No pairing dance required. Smart home integration. One of the least understood features of the Apple TV is that it can act as a HomeKit hub, allowing you to control compatible smart devices remotely. With the rumored new chip and Wi-Fi 7 support, this could become much more than a background feature. We could be looking at near-instant smart home automation triggers, lights changing as soon as you start a movie, your thermostat adjusting when Apple TV detects you've begun gaming, or even security camera feeds popping up in picture-in-picture with zero lag. Apple's investment in the Matter standard for smart home devices means the 2025 Apple TV might become the central nervous system for your entire home, handling everything from entertainment to automation to security. Potential price drop. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Multiple analysts believe Apple will lower the price of the Apple TV in 2025. Historically, the Apple TV 4K has started around $129, $149. But with competitors offering powerful devices for under $50, Apple may finally be ready to make a move. A sub-$100 Apple TV could be a game changer, especially if it comes with hardware that outperforms anything else in the category. This isn't just about undercutting Roku or Amazon. It's about expanding Apple's ecosystem footprint. The more people with Apple TVs in their homes, the more subscriptions to Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and other services they're likely to maintain. Release date expectations: everything we've heard so far points to a launch between September and December 2025, likely tied to one of Apple's fall events. Apple tends to refresh the Apple TV quietly, often giving it a spotlight during an iPhone or iPad keynote rather than holding a dedicated event. But if the HomePod is launching alongside it, Apple could frame it as a home experience segment, a coordinated push to show how these devices work together. The HomePod 2025 connection. Speaking of the HomePod, rumors suggest Apple is preparing a successor to the second-generation model. This could be a slightly redesigned full-size HomePod, possibly with better spatial audio, smarter Siri performance, and maybe even a built-in display or touch controls. The synergy here is obvious. Pair the Apple TV and HomePod, and you've got a premium home theater setup without a complicated sound system. With Wi-Fi 7 and Apple's new wireless chips, the audio and video sync could be flawless, making for a truly cinematic experience. Apple TV as a gaming device. One of the most underrated aspects of the Apple TV is its gaming potential. With Apple Arcade already offering controller-compatible games, a more powerful chip could push the Apple TV closer to a legitimate console alternative for casual gamers. If Apple leans into this, perhaps with upgraded graphics performance, low-latency Bluetooth for controllers, and Wi-Fi 7 for multiplayer stability, the Apple TV could start nibbling at the edges of the Nintendo Switch and even Xbox Cloud. Gaming markets. Competition versus Roku, Fire TV, Google TV. The streaming box market is brutally competitive, but Apple has an advantage most rivals don't. Deep integration with iOS, macOS, and iPadOS, AirPlay, iCloud Photos, Apple Fitness Plus, and cross-device handoff are experiences you simply don't get on a Roku or Fire Stick. In 2025, the goal will be to highlight these exclusives while closing the price gap. Speculative future features. If we're dreaming big, there's a world where Apple TV could integrate AI-enhanced recommendations powered by Apple Intelligence, multi-room video casting for watching the same content across multiple TVs, or even real-time language translation for Apple TV Plus content. With the Vision Pro out in the wild, it's also possible we'll see tighter integration for spatial video content, letting you start watching in your living room and continue in immersive VR. Closing thoughts. So here's the bottom line. The 2025 Apple TV isn't just another box under your TV. It could be the hub of your digital life at home. Between Wi-Fi 7, a custom Apple wireless chip, potential gaming upgrades, smarter smart home control, and a rumored price drop, Apple might finally have the recipe to make the Apple TV as essential as the iPhone or iPad for everyday users. And if the new HomePod launches alongside it, well, your living room might never be the same. If these leaks and rumors turn out to be true, we could be looking at one of the most exciting fall launches Apple has had in years for its home ecosystem.